100 naira ko. Estamba seko.
As well. But before then, Malajide Taufik Olamide, and I have with me here my ever pretty and wonderful co-host.
Hello, good morning, viewer. You're welcome to this wonderful edition of the program Lagos This Morning. I know you had a wonderful night rest, even though it rained here. If you were in Lagos, like the show, I am Gladys Allenson.
To the show today, quickly, let's take at the top stories we have for you this morning. Police rearrest Nnamdi Chude as Emeka Offor files defamation suit in Abuja.
FG declares Friday and Monday public holiday for Salah celebration.
Tinubu congratulates Fintiri, seeks probe of Adamawa saga.
President of Nigeria population power coming from NLNG.
On Kaduna, 1,266 killed, 4,973 kidnapped by terrorists.
New entertainment, we have the launch Dream Football Show for talent discovery.
And also, 4 days to swearing in, Federal Executive Council approves 100 billion naira contract. I think that's a big one. The Nnamdi Chude story, I think they said it would be arraigned in the courts today. It actually be taken to court for a defamation case against Mr. Emeka Offor. He actually apologized, made a video, but it was alleged that he deleted the video later. I don't know how true it is.
I thought that story was actually settled. I thought the case has been settled.
Yeah, exactly. That was what I think as well when I saw the apology video. But from netizens yesterday, they were saying that it maybe retract or something like that. I don't know. But the case is still in court right now, and we're still generating controversies, even on the number one in Nigeria right now. All right, let's move on by going into the front pages
Of the newspaper.
the newspaper today. Front pages of the newspaper.
100 naira ko. Estamba seko. 100 naira Èkó. Ẹ̀sán bọ́ seko.
All right, guys, welcome back to the program Lagos This Morning. Moving on the program, let's take a look at the front pages of our newspaper. Today, we have the Punch right here. Let's have it.
Right on the front page of the Punch newspaper, we have Buhari returns, avoids Sudan airspace. On
Adamawa poll, police warned against cover-up. More on page 2 of the Punch.
FAAC allocation drops as federal government states share 715 billion naira.
Insecurity, local rice price jumps by 200%. Rice price soars from 173 naira per kilogram to 521 naira per kilogram under Buhari despite government intervention, NBS report. Rice farmers, producers, experts blame rising inflation, insecurity, others for rice woes.
Lagos mob burns BRT bus as driver dies in crash.
El-Rufai raises the alarm over insecurity ahead of May 29.
Ogun father chains, stabs 2 children to death.
Substandard materials, quacks caused Banana Island building collapse report. With substandard materials and quacks caused the collapse, but the ministry, the Lagos State Ministry of is it Works and Housing or something, should have actually tested this kind of things before going on. Even they would actually have the plan, and then there should be checks, because if they're coming out to say that okay, quacks and substandard materials, that means they didn't check them.
Yeah, sometimes these things are not checked. Probably if you are a known person in society and
you assume that you do the right thing.
Do the right thing. Not necessarily assume. Sometimes they will just like meet them so they won't delay their work or something. They will sometimes pay them off so that they will not bother coming close to check on anything.
Well, it's just a lose-lose situation now, because the person now trying to fast track the whole process by going ahead to build the house. Now the house is back to square one again.
And people injured.
Yeah, exactly.
Moving on to the next newspaper front page, we have Daily Sun, and right on the front page of the Daily Sun, we have whistleblower recoveries, Reps panel queries alleged $200 million consultancy fees.
10th National Assembly leadership plot to undermine rules on ranking thickens as APC elements secretly working to allow first-timers vie for Senate President and Deputy. Oshiomhole joins race, commences discreet campaign.
On the next, we have presidency attacks Autumn, accuses governor of politicizing security, says Benue in ICU. Intensive care unit. Benue says in ICU. My goodness. Wow.
Well, we'll appeal judgment voiding Ararume's removal as NNPC board chairman. Buhari.
3,298 inmates on death roll in prisons as government failed to sign warrants.
On Ramadan, Sultan directs Muslim to look out for moon from today as federal government declares Friday and Monday public holidays.
And the president-elect, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, urges police to probe Adamawa Guba poll controversy.
Setting up medical varsity, one of Ugwuanyi's greatest achievements, says VC.
New twist in APC crisis. Northwest Vice Chairman Lukman issues ultimatum to Adamu to summon NWC on Omishore.
On strike, National Assembly directs minister to halt demolition of aviation agency offices.
That's it on Daily Sun. Moving on to Vanguard.
On Vanguard, Tinubu Fintiri seek police inquest into Adamawa polls as Fintiri seeks prosecution of criminality behind the drama, apologizes for attack on national commissioners. Why Buhari didn't intervene in debacle federal government. 23 others get certificate of return.
DMO dismisses default claims on China loan payment.
Ohaneze fumes over Kanu's detention and ailing health.
And on insecurity, we have 1,266 killed, 4,973 kidnapped in 15 months, coming from Kaduna State government.
And also on energy and the poverty, over 60% of Nigeria's population lack power. That's coming from the NLNG.
Okay, let's take a look at football. Flying Eagle on sports. Flying Eagles to be paid qualifying bonuses.
All right, moving on Eid al-Fitr, the Sultan of Sokoto has urged Muslims to watch out for a new moon, and also due judicial processes will be followed on Ararume's NNPCL matter. That's coming from the president.
And also in Eid al-Fitr, we have federal government declares Friday, Monday as public holidays.
Crude oil export, Malami allegedly paid $200 million as whistleblower fees reps.
Okay, we have this report why 3,298 inmates are on death row in Nigeria, coming from prison service. You see more on that on page 9 of the Vanguard newspaper.
Moving on to moving on to the Guardian right now. The Guardian, 40 days to go as the Federal Executive Council approves over 100 billion naira contracts. Well, we have so many questions surrounding that story. In 40 days time, all this contract that's been approved now, how would they carry everything out and complete it under 40 days? I don't know, because we need more information or clarification on that.
20 years on, family relieves memories of Adeife Akinola Akindeko.
Athletes, officials panic as National Stadium Lagos floodlight collapses.
SS crude account down to $474,754, says FAAC.
Crack widens in APC over alleged misuse of 30 billion naira zoning concerns.
Total Shell to end gas flaring as stakeholders decry industry loopholes.
Moving on to Daily Independent, we have a Malami Ahmed frustrating $2.4 billion oil revenue probe. That's coming from the House of Representatives.
Buhari to appeal ruling reinstating Ararume as NNPCL chairman.
APC chairman gets 7-day ultimatum to convene National Executive Council meeting as party chieftain threatens court action, ask Omishore to resign.
And here also we have this report why Buhari didn't intervene in Adamawa Gubapo controversy, coming from the federal government.
Moving on, less than 40 days to go, Federal Executive Council okays billions of naira road contracts.
Nigerian army deploys troops in Guinea-Bissau. You see more of that on page 7.
On election petition, tribunal grants Jandos prayer to serve Sanwo-Olu and a GRV via substituted service.
Tinubu asks police to investigate Adamawa Gubapo saga.
Finally, Buhari asks immigration CG to hand over to most senior officer. To get more on that, you can go to page 6 of today's Daily Independent.
And of course, the federal government have declared Friday and Monday as public holidays to celebrate our Muslim brothers and sisters.
Moving on to Nigerian Tribune. Right on the front page at the top right corner, we have FAAC, federal government, state, local government shares 714.629 billion naira as March revenue.
On the next, we have Labour Party crisis deepens. Apapa-led ESCO right INEC submits list of Imo Kogi governorship candidates.
On Kaduna insecurity, bandits killed 1,266, kidnapped 4,973 in 15 months.
On $2.4 billion crude oil probe, Reps summon Finance Minister AGF over payment of $200 million consultancy fees.
Abuja collapse wall claimed 2 lives for rescue. That's coming from FEMA.
Dismissed Delta killer corp arraigned, remanded in prison.
Fire got Broadcasting Corporation of Oyo State Studio.
Okay, on Adamawa State, why Buhari did not interfere in poll coming from the federal government. On the next, we also have Fintiri received certificate of return, insists REC must be prosecuted. NSC, DC, DG summon state commandants as Tinubu calls for thorough investigation, congratulates Fintiri.
Gridlock as driver dies in Lagos crash. BRT bus burnt. 7 passengers rescued last month.
We're moving on to the Nation newspaper, and right on the front page at the left hand side we have Iwayamo is Ohaneze president.
Acting Labour Party chair rejects suspension by party's National Executive Council, says I remain in charge.
Buhari to appeal judgment voiding Ararume's removal. DMO, Nigeria not defaulting in China debt payments.
Why Buhari didn't intervene in Adamawa poll crisis by government. Tinubu seeks probe of debacle as NSCDC commandant summoned.
In Kaduna State, 1,266 killed, 4,973 abducted in 15 months.
All right, that's all we have on the newspaper front pages. Let's go straight to the top stories, the main stories we have for you today. As police have rearrested Nnamdi Chude as a maker of files defamation suit in Abuja. The case is on the trending list right now on Twitter, just #1 there with over 80,000 tweets. It has been a really tough one since yesterday with netizens and even people on the street commenting on it. That this is a defamation case being taken up by this man Emeka Offor, and this guy have actually apologized, but it was being reported that he retracted the apology, not physical retraction, but it was being reported that the video was taken off, deleted the video. So by you deleting the video, that means the person you're apologizing to can interpret it as you retracting your apology. I don't know, maybe that's the reason why he actually proceeded on going to the court to even prolong the whole matter, because people were, me personally, I was thinking the case had died down before after the apology.
Honestly, that's one thing I know for sure is this, in this country, when you are in a place of power, sometimes the people we have here, most of our leaders, once they're in a place of power, they try to make the other person feel inferior, like to show the person I am higher than you and there's nothing you can do about it. Okay, to move on this show, we'll be looking at the feedbacks we have here from our viewers. We have a good number of people watching us this morning. Please, if you are watching, please hit on the like button. Don't forget to drop a comment as well. We also have a phone number that you call us in with. The number we displayed right there on the comment section. Okay, we have King Joe Obwa saying, good morning to you, my people. Ola Adewale, yes, we've rectified all the issues, and I believe you can hear us properly at this point. Love Onu said, are you guys not tired of your wannabe country, Nigeria, aka British company? Okay, the transmission is clearly heard now in my space. Thank you so much. That's what we're saying. Thank you so much. Love Onu said, we only hear billion. We know they even see old currency. God, what can we do? Killing and kidnapping down Nepal. What a very good country. Snake too is rich in dollars. Who is this person, please? Love Onu. Wow, she actually came with Basgos this morning. We understand. Is there war in Guinea-Bissau, as you stated in the newspaper? We read that Nigerian army have deployed troops to Guinea-Bissau. Now he's asking, is there war?
Because I think it's only in Sudan right now that we're having, there is a lot of issues right now in Sudan concerning the leadership, I think the military and stuff like that.
So why Guinea-Bissau?
I don't know. Maybe it has extended to Guinea-Bissau. Unknowingly,
it's actually very funny. We have issues here in this country. We have things that we need to sort out, and here is people going to Guinea-Bissau. Okay, to continue, we have King Joe Obwa. He said, my brother Olamide, please, where is Tinubu congratulating from? That question is for you. Please.
Well, I don't know.
You're supposed to know.
I'm not a spokesperson. I think Festus Keyamo would be the best person to answer that, or Bayo Nonuga and the likes. Okay, I think someone said killings and the like. So I would like to make a reference to the front page of Daily Independent, saying that about I think 1,000, yeah, Daily Independent saying that over 4,000 or something, 4,973 people have been kidnapped. Were kidnapped in 15 months. That's approximately 331 persons have been kidnapped every month in Kaduna State.
Like, I said something yesterday. The killings and kidnapping happening in Nigeria, like it is more worrisome in states like Kaduna, Borno, and and Benue State.
Benue State.
But Kaduna and Benue State have been in the news in recent times.
Yeah.
The report of killings and kidnapping particularly, is becoming so worrisome in Kaduna State. And in Kaduna State, we have the sitting governor of Kaduna State, or the passing governor of Kaduna State, that's Malam Nasir Rufai, being given the security, whatever, I don't even know.
Security vote.
No, it's not security vote. Like, the president-elect gave him a position. When he went to the Katem House when they appeared on Katem House before the presidential election, Tinubu made him the security something. He gave me a post that when they asked him about how he intended to fight the security situation in the country, he said El-Rufai should answer.
Yes.
El-Rufai answering as though as though Kaduna State is free from insecurity, and then this is the same person giving that post, and then his state has been in the news because due to killings, kidnappings and all. So honestly speaking, I think that the coming governor of Kaduna State should actually look into the kidnappings that has been going on in that state. What could be the issue? We understand that in any place where this kind of thing, where there is report of killings, kidnapping, or crisis, there is something substantial to say of that particular place. I don't know if I should also say that, but then the coming governor should look into that issue because it's actually very worrisome.
Yeah, it's so worrisome, and it's so sad that 331 people have been kidnapped. In the past 15 months, 331 people have been kidnapped every month in Kaduna State. And what have the government in Kaduna State have been doing to stop or at least bring down this rate of insecurity there? Now, I will always say this, that every sector of the economy is interwoven. There's no way, and the most important is security. When a country is not secured, foreign investors won't want to come into the country at all. And even tourists won't want to come at all. Because it is when
they'll be scared.
It is when your environment is safe. That's when outsider will feel like, okay, let me come in, let me invest in this space. But when they feel like, okay, they're hearing, you see, when people, most of the time, I think people outside the shores of the country, when they Google Nigeria, they see more of negative news stories than the positive ones. And it's not because the media houses are projecting only the bad stories, but I think most of these things are happening here. Negative is more than the positives. So I think, and our leaders, as we always know that leadership is followership, they are right there in the front. If we don't trust them to lead us, we won't vote them into the seats of power. And the majority of the time, we've noticed that it's not as if the people's vote really, reflected like that. It is just as if, they know a way to maneuver the system and make themselves enter into the seat of power or something. And even if someone maneuvered himself or something, or do whatever thing to become either a governor or a rep or House of Rep member or something, when you get to this place, make a difference. Okay, let's say before he got to the seat of power, was it those things that's happening now, the kidnappings and the killing, is that how it used to be before? Even if it was like that before, he should be able to bring in solutions. 331 people being kidnapped every month, and the governor is sleeping. Like you actually go to your bed and sleep every day. Like 1,000 plus people have been killed in the past 15 months to all this banditry and kidnapping and the likes, and you can sleep with your two eyes closed. I don't think that person has human feelings at all.
Well, looking at it though, I don't really know, but I kind of feel that I think in recent times it has actually reduced a little bit, because I can remember as at 2021,
okay,
as at 2021, every day we get reports of killings,
kidnapping,
bandits invading particular community. I don't know, there is this community, yeah, or is it a local government in Kaduna State? They call Chinkun. I don't know if that's the correct pronunciation, but there was a particular time that community was being invaded, or is it a local government? It was being invaded almost every week. Almost every week, you hear reports of kidnapping, you hear reports of bandits, terrorists, you know, in that particular area, headsmen, you know. But I feel that's probably because we're just starting the year, even though we are starting the year still, but there are still killings, kidnapping happening. But I think it has reduced a little bit compared to what we had as of 2021 and last year.
Okay, and also in Benue State, has been said by someone that Benue is now in ICU.
Benue State now in ICU, intensive care unit. Oh my goodness. Well, and it's not as if, okay, like what we saw the other day, I think one of the leaders they have in Benue State came out to say that if it was cow that is being killed, that's when you see the security operatives coming to make arrest. Yeah. But it is human being killed and being kidnapped, then they are not doing anything. I feel that it's not as if these state governments or the state governors or the state officials are not saying anything. They are actually talking, but sometimes to deploy military troops is something that will be done from the federal from the federal government side, but then they are not really doing it. And then even if they do it the way they are supposed to, these troops sometimes, like they always report, they come there not necessarily protecting the lives and properties of the citizen, but guiding headsmen,
those ones that are committing animals. The atrocities.
You know, so it puts a lot of question in our heart to ask, okay, is cow or are cows more important or more relevant than human being and human lives in a country like Nigeria?
Well, we can even say, I'm looking at it from another angle now. We can call it a cow, we can call it an investment. It might be their own investment, probably they are protecting their investment and we are seeing it as cows. But it still doesn't remove the fact that we have human lives there that are being lost on a daily basis. And then even we're talking about banditry, kidnapping and the likes. These people, when they invade a particular community, after the invasion, either killing, kidnappings and the likes, they retreat back to a particular space. They are not dropping down from the sky, which means, you know, majority of our security agencies out there, they might, or there is a probability that they know where these guys are. Because if someone can be an intermediary between the government and the bandits, then we should know. That should give us a clue to answer all the insecurity problems. And the person is not being arrested. He's even being treated as a VIP. When someone is an intermediary, which means you know where they're staying, then the security forces are telling you that they don't know where they're staying. Then who are we deceiving in the country?
I can remember, I don't know if you can remember, sometime last year, whereby a terrorist, how do they even call that guy? The one that was given a chieftaincy title, or a title rather. He was given a title in Zamfara State. I remember that story very well. And he was a known terrorist. And he was being given a title in Zamfara State. You know, stuff like that. So that's, if those things continuing that way, is painting the picture that our governments are not even ready to actually tackle insecurity. Because next thing you will hear is they are repentant
terrorists,
bandits. That's the next thing you will hear, instead of these people being dealt with. You know, we also saw we've seen also reports whereby some of the Islamic cleric, they'll come out to say that these people, that they didn't really mean to venture into this line or this behavior or these things they are doing today. You know, a lot of things led to it and all. But then when you are being caught in that act, you need to face the full wrath of the law, not being pampered. Because I know that if these people are being caught in the southern part or in the southeastern part of Nigeria or even the southwest, they will be dealt with.
Exactly.
They'll be, except you have a strong voice in the government. That's when your case can actually die off. Just like what is happening to this man, DCP Abakiari. We don't even know, like, his case now is still pending as at the time we know. There's nothing said, nothing has been said particularly, or nothing tangible has been said about him in recent times. Even this guy, Evans, we heard that he's been sentenced, you know, but then what is going on with the case? We are yet to know, as a matter of fact, you know. But if you go to the south, if things like that has to do with the IPOP, the whatever, you will see them being gunned down on daily basis, you know, stuff like that. But then I think our government needs to pay close attention to insecurity. Even the mapping out of the contract that is being awarded, and then swearing in is about 40 days time.
Just 40
Okay,
days.
if these things are not put in place, even the next government is not going to find it funny.
Yeah. Okay, 40 days time is just 40 days to the swearing in, and the Federal Executive Council have, approved 100 billion naira for road contracts. So now I'm trying to digest this story. Is it that this this contract that they have been given, that they approve now, is it for the incoming administration or just for this remaining 40 days? Because I don't know the kind of road you want to build under 40 days. I don't know if it's the road in your compound or something, or main road,
And
or highway road or something, or an express road.
The next government will want to substitute people. You want to make changes, definitely, because probably the present Minister of Transportation might not be the Minister of Transportation in the next administration.
Of course.
It's possible, but then there's some things I would rather not talk about though.
Yeah. All right, let's take a look at some of our feedbacks right now. Okay, Mr. Ola Diwali is the president-elect in Guinea-Bissau. If not, where is he? As a concerned person in the contraction, are they hiding him? Love Onu said Nigeria is hell on earth. Yes, Mr. Peter Onoa said so.
That's
is
Buhari in Guinea-Bissau. Sorry, Tinubu in Guinea-Bissau. I think we saw a video of him yesterday with the governor-elect of Lagos State.
I don't think that's a recent video at all.
Oh, it's not.
It's not a recent video.
I actually thought it's a recent video.
Okay, Victoria Ike, what's happening in Benue State is better for them. Their governor that is helping them and protecting them, they went and voted him out. Well,
that's actually his last tenure, isn't it?
I don't. Okay, yeah, that's his last tenure. So I think he was vying for his seat in the Senate.
But he lost.
Yeah.
He said something at that time that he wouldn't mind losing the seat for Peter
Yes, exactly. Oladewale, I think the whole contraction should be in the ICU, but what did you guys think? Well, I was actually about to say that, because if we can say a particular state is in ICU, then the state is in a country, then we can as well say that
Nigeria is in ICU.
Can as well say that, because when something is wrong with the what's it called, with one part of the body, the whole entire part of the body will feel the pain together. So we can't just seclude them and say they are in one ICU. Then we have to bring everybody we have to say that all the OTC state of the federation, in one way or the other, but the ICU is just like, it varies, minimum and maximum ICU. There are some that are very close to the theater for operation, and some that are closer to the door.
But
that's just on a lighter note.
There's one thing I believe is that, okay, I don't know, but I feel that it's a trying time for Nigeria, and we are believing that we come out of all this mess that we are in today, because actually it's not being easy for any Nigerian residing in Nigeria at this time. But I believe it's a trying time. We've always been in trying times, but let's pray and believe that this next phase coming is going to be palatable for everyone.
Yeah, 60% of Nigeria population lacks power in LNG. Well, I always say we talk too much about problems. We've seen reports, kidnappings, what's it called, flood is coming, 60% of Nigerian population lacking power. What are those things that have been put in place to solve these problems? I think they should be projecting more of solutions now. Not talking about, we know, even it's more than 60% of Nigeria lacks power, more than 60%. And even more than 60% don't even have light for up to 10 hours in a day. Even 10 hours is too much.
Can I tell you something? The only time we have we have constant light in this country is when we are approaching festive period. This Salah season now. They've been giving us, I was even shocked yesterday. It was raining and there was light.
Exactly.
I was like, wow, could it be that?
That's very weird in the Nigerian setting.
I'm telling you.
Once they're about to rain,
someone asked a question yesterday. Could it be that the person that was on duty forgot to turn off the whole thing and went home that way? But like I said before, if what we saw yesterday, if you can continue that way, that means we'll come out gradually, isn't it?
Many people will actually tell you that what you've been experiencing for the past few days now, by the time you would pay back for it, maybe it's just,
they will increase the whole
thing. Either they increase the tariff, or you won't even see the light again for the next maybe 2-3 days or 4 days or so. So it's not about talking about the problems. What is those steps? What are those steps being put in place? Last year we saw a series of the national grid will just keep on, falling and rising and falling for more than 10 times, and then there is nobody that could even say that what is wrong with this national grid, let's just solve it once and for all. How much is it going to cost? But now I think we're having more of misplaced priorities. Nigeria needs to be serious and then just use a scale of reference. What is the most important thing right now as we are? Let's tackle the things from the most important to the least important. But I think majority of our of these people that we have actually voted into power or been appointed to oversee some sectors of of the government, they do things to suit themselves mostly, not to suit the people.
Well, see,
because majority of the time the people's interest is different from their own interest.
When we talk about the misplaced priority or know what is important to the people and attend to it right, sometimes or do I say that to attend to those kind of things, because you can't just meet different states have their most challenges, right?
Yeah.
If you come to a state like Lagos State will probably have what they need most. What is their major challenge? Let's say you come to a state.
I think in Lagos it has to be the decongestion. And maybe the diversion of vehicles flying the road. If
that's what I'm saying.
You
can't come to a state like Lagos now and think that the major problem they have is borehole.
No.
Whereas there are states like that.
Yeah.
So you go to the north. There are states in the north that the major thing they need is water. Borehole. And you have to give them. So you can't just generalize and just do things that, okay, this is what I feel. You go to those people. You meet them one-on-one.
They'll tell you.
They'll tell you what they're, okay, I understand that they call the state governor. What do your states need? And as a state governor, probably the place you are staying is not that good place that you don't know what the people living in the villages are going through. That's where you need to call the local government chairman, and then calling the local government chairman too. They also have village chiefs, the youth, and all. You need to also call them. What are you guys lacking in your community, so you can be able to get the needs of the people and sort it out from the roots.
Yeah, because majority of the time they do what they want to do, what they feel like doing, not what the people actually want. Because you go to a place whereby they need water and you're fixing their road. No, it doesn't satisfy them as of that present time. I think we have a caller. We have a caller right now.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Claudius and
Olamide.
Good morning. This is the team of money from Europe.
Yeah,
thank you so much, Mr. Udezachima.
Yeah. Hope you guys had a wonderful night.
Yes, we did. Thank you so much. Yes, we did.
Yeah, thank you for your program this morning. This TV has been a sort of relief, and that's how we understand what's happening over there. Yeah, I give you kudos. You do the good work you are doing.
Thank you so much, sir.
Let me go check the point. The audience that said that made a statement in the comment section that Nigeria has been in the ICU, that the Senate state in ICU. And you guys are correctly just trying to make an impression that Nigeria is part of the body. Is in ICU, that means the whole country is in ICU. But the funny thing is this. Nigeria has been in ICU right from the Nigeria has never been out of ICU. So saying that Nigeria is in ICU is not a new thing. Nigeria has been in ICU. Nigeria has never been out of ICU. I always say this. The worst thing that happened to anybody born in the Nigerian soil is the independence that was granted to Nigeria as a country. Why do I say this? Nigeria would have been better off under colonization. Nigeria would have been better off under a white man. Honestly. Because if not for anything, we've been enjoying 247 life. We've been enjoying fiber water. We've been enjoying free good medical care. The next thing that happened to Nigeria was the independence given to Nigerian man. Because for every indication, it's obvious that Nigeria is not yet ready, it's not capable of ruling themselves. That is the truth. How can you tell me that a country that was granted independence in the 1960s is still having a plenty more supply, no good hospital, their citizens are dying of hunger, and you go to a country like Luxembourg, countries like Liechtenstein, that is not up to the size of Lagos State, that was granted independence about, let me say, 10 years ago or 20 years ago. They are being great. Their citizens are living like human beings. While a country that was given independence in the 1950s, their countries are living, their citizens are living like animals. Honestly, some animals in Europe, some animals in America, they live better lives than human beings in Nigeria. That is the truth. I'm not trying to belittle anybody that stays in Nigeria, but that is the fact. Because a dog here in Europe goes on frequent medical checkups. A dog here has his medical certificate. A dog here feeds. If you see where the owners of dogs, they do shopping for their dogs here, for their cats. It's more than enough to take care of a human being in Nigeria. But they in Nigeria, absolutely nothing. So why is Nigeria is right to my brother and my sister? There's nothing good about Nigeria. What Nigeria needs now is what? Total recolonization. It is possible. Total recolonization. Nigeria needs to be recolonized again. You know, for instance, in fact, not only Nigeria, not only to Nigeria. A black man is incompetent of leadership. That is the truth. A black man doesn't know how to govern a country. Look at the whole the black continent, the African continent. Let's look at. Tell me one country in Africa now that we use as an example, as a place setter, that we match the standard of countries in Europe or in America or in Asia. It's unfortunate. Now, South Africa, let me give a simple example. South Africa is the country that got their independence. I think South Africa is the last country in Africa that got their independence. The state much longer under a white man. And you can see that today, South Africa as it stands remains better in terms of medical care, in terms of social amenities, in terms of the community of South Africa. Are you getting me? But see, a white man against the leadership of South Africa, under the black man. You can see that South Africa is getting down every day. South Africa is right every day. South Africa is very in shambles. So this South Africa, the next 10 years, South Africa is not stable. That is the point. Even as a Scotsman, Nigeria is better than South Africa in many things. That is the truth. Under a white man, South Africa was secure. Even the black man that was under apartheid, the black man that was under apartheid that then, they were living better. In terms of, citizens that cannot feed well, citizens that stay in darkness, it's almost 60-something years. Citizens that cannot access good medical care. Citizens that don't know how good roads. Are you a citizen? You should be ashamed of yourself if you apply to be a Nigerian. Honestly, these political groups they have reduced Nigerians to no animals. That is the truth. For instance, I'm in my early 40s now. Okay? So, let me tell you, since I was born, I have been hearing the same slogan. Pray for Nigeria. Nigeria will be better. Nigeria will be good. Nigeria will be good. Nigeria will be good. The youth are the future generation. They are the future leaders. I'm still now, at this moment, that is the same story that is being told. I should pray for Nigeria. Sometimes I wonder. The Bible says that a prayer without work it's an effort in futility.
Yeah.
I'm tired of praying for Nigeria, and I'm not continue praying for Nigeria because it's a foolish prayer. Because once you expect God to do things that you can do for yourself, you know, that is a stupid prayer. Yeah. Telling God, please, I want good road. Telling God, please, I want life. Telling God, please, I want hospital, good hospital. God has given you that intelligence. God has given you that IQ to invent those things. Those are doing it over here in Europe. They are not animals. They are not gods. They are human beings like us. The only difference is there is the willpower to do it. You delegate somebody to do something, he will squander the whole money, he will go away with you. Nothing will happen. Now tell me one leader, one politician that Tinubu, I am not Tinubu, Buhari, when Buhari was campaigning to come to power.
Hello.
Oh,
we
wow.
lost him.
Sorry about that, Mr. Udeze Chima.
Yeah, thank you for the contribution. Really spoke well about the situation of the country, comparing it with the outside, the Western world as well. I think one thing that we are lacking is just our leaders. It's not as if they are not good or they don't know what to do, but the willpower is not there to do it. They just don't feel like doing it. They know that this is the solution to this problem, but you know, I don't know how they think. I don't know, but to some extent, with what we have been seeing so far, so good, as they have said that right from when he was still in his teen ages, they used to hear something like "pray for Nigeria," and it's true. Even right from when I was during my primary school days, I used to say, okay, you are the leaders of tomorrow, but the leaders that have been there since 1990, you know, since the early 90s, late 80s, they are still there till today. You know, they don't even want to leave the seat, not to talk of the leaders of tomorrow coming into power. So it's just like they are playing around everything. It's just like guilt tripping, gaslighting, just manipulations all along. Even if they are manipulating and they are working, it would have been a totally different case. At least people will feel like, okay, you have been, even if you want to be there for 100 or 1,000 years, make sure you're working. Look at Dubai, for example. They are not running a kind of system that we're running here. I think it's a kind of monarchy system whereby they use a king or prince or something. But look at their country now. Back then, Dubai to last 50 years or 45 years or so, Dubai was not like that. But look at Dubai today, you know. Nigerians are now running to those places now, when even there was a time that the naira was stronger than the US dollars, but right now, you know, we all know how the case is now. So I think it's just the willpower from them. They are not, some of them are not ready to do it, and some who are even ready to do it, their hands are tied, probably by the godfathers, you know, what's it called, the influence of some, you know, cabals or something. That's just what I think.
Honestly, that is it. Okay, let's take a look at this report. 40 days to swearing in. FEC approves 100 billion naira contract.
For road contract.
Well, when I saw this report, actually, I was like, 40 days to swearing in. Okay, who are these people? This contract that is being awarded, is it that, okay, after the swearing in, they will continue with the contract, or is it for contract that have been awarded since? Or is for a new contract that will be awarded or that is being awarded? Honestly, because I don't understand how this whole thing. If you should ask me, I think we should be, our attention and focus, most attention of Nigerians right now are on the swearing in, and also on the tribunal.
Yeah.
You know, the case between the court case between Tinubu, Peter Obi, Atiku, APC, PDP, INEC as a body is in the court. Yeah. And then 40 billion naira is no joke.
100 billion naira.
100 billion naira is no joke. That's a huge amount of money there being awarded for road contracts. Wow. So I don't know, is it like as in new roads or the old roads? Because I don't really get the whole story, as a matter of fact.
Well, either as new road or old road. Well, I honestly, to be sincere, you know, 40 days to the swearing in, I think they should be thinking of, you know, changing power, and how power would change and easily, and also the court cases, how it would be resolved and be settled. I don't think 40 days now anything can be done to any road or something. And even if you quickly rush that kind of project, that means you would be doing a substandard, you'll be giving a substandard quality out there, not a top-notch quality stuff, because it will take time. Even when it's not just as if you want to fix your compound or your street. Even if it is your street, it will take time for you to, you know, fix it. You need to first of all, you know, peel off the what's it called, asphalt that's on the road first, and you prepare the ground before you even put another one on it. You can even add concrete to it, probably, you know, 5 to 6 inches of concrete before the asphalt, if it is a highway or something. But right now 40 days to the transition of power. Well, I believe it should be the court cases that should be focused on right now, because I think the allegations of drug cases, what's it called, the INEC also not following the due process, and also the Labour Party dragging both the INEC and APC and Tinubu himself, also Atiku dragging the INEC and the likes. There are a lot of issues still pending in the court, and right now I think people are more focused on the court, looking at what the verdict of the court, because the court has to give verdict before the swearing in, and then I think that would actually be what's it called, the final decision maker of the whole thing. Because if the court today now say, okay, this is the final judgment, so and so person has won the election, then I think that's when some people will now have to shield their sword or act in any way they feel like they want to act.
All right, this is the full report here. Permit me to read it out.
Okay.
With less than 40 days to go, the Federal Executive Council FEC meeting, presided over by Vice President Yemi Oshibanjo yesterday, approved a number of contracts running into billions of naira. Also, despite warning on Tuesday by two senior advocates of Nigeria that asked the Attorney General of the Federation, AGF, Abubakar Malami, to obey a court order in respect of a dispute on the multi-million naira e-customs modernization project, FEC yesterday granted approval for the implementation of the Nigeria Customs Service Modernization Project to a concessionary. The name of the concessionary is Batman Security Consultants and Suppliers Limited, as the project's sponsor Africa Finance Corporation as lead financier, while Way Technologists will be trained as lead technical service provider.
That's all.
The report is way much. I don't think I can go down reading and all that. But then what I needed to get in this whole thing is this: why the contract is being awarded at this time.
And also, I heard something like modernization of what's it called, the customs or something.
Yeah, the multi-million naira e-customs modernization project.
I think when our leaders want to take money to themselves or something, they look for ambiguous words. They don't find simple words in the dictionary anymore by then, because modernization of custom or something. What are you modernizing? Is that what we ought to be looking at? And that's why I always talk about misplaced priorities. The flood is coming. 60% of Nigerians don't even have power supply at all. Then we are talking about modernization of customs. Who does that? In a country that you have where you're going to, do we even have a vision or mission statement in this country? Do we even have one? Because anyone, even as a person, you should have a mission in life. You don't just go as life
I know
is
that
going
most
to.
of these contracts will not even be carried out. It won't be carried out, and that's the truth. Okay, we have a feedback here from one of our viewers. Love Ono, he said daylight stealing with pen.
You just pen robbery.
You award 100 billion naira worth of contracts for road construction, and then these roads. Look at this Lagos Ibadan Expressway. For when I knew about it, this thing has been awarded for a very long time, and up to this time they are still working on that road. It seems to me like every year they do rehabilitation of the road, as if they I don't understand this whole thing. See, a new government is coming in, and now contract of billions of naira is being awarded at this time. Now the question is this the right time to award this contract, or can't this contract couldn't it have waited after the swearing in,
exactly,
or
and
after the new government
administration do it?
So why now? Or maybe probably let it be on record that I was the one that awarded this contract. Then the new government, before the new government took over, or the new government now started the execution.
I think they do more of, let me be the one that did this thing. Like, let my name be on it, rather than let everybody benefit from it. And also this modernization of the custom something, I'm just finding it hard to digest it. Because what are you modernizing? Okay, you want to e-custom or something. You want to bring the custom to the what's it called, to the online space. like the same thing we did before the election, you know, painting beavers and the IRF like this is the new thing, the new bride in the town, you know, the game changer. Just like is it Rufai Hussein? Just like they said on Arise TV for Mr. Mike Igini. I watched a particular interview. Ruben Abati actually said, he told Mr. Mike Igini that you promised that beavers and IRF is the game changer. It will actually solve all the problems that we've been having when it comes to election. But it got to that day, then you know, it was being said, it's on video. Some of these presiding officers said they will not be uploading the result
in real time.
And well, you promised, and we've spent 300 billion. That's why I always say that it is misplaced priorities. We need to put all our needs on a scale of preference. What do we need to tackle first? Is it the road? Is it the electricity? Is it water supply? Is it education? Is it research? Is it health? What do we need to tackle first? It has to come from the most important to the least important. There has to be some things that we can't do without. Okay, modernization of customs or something, and award, you know, billions of naira will be awarded into that contract and given to people to do stuffs. But if we are leaving our health sector, you know, there is insecurity, there is shortage of food, the flood is coming. Then you are looking at e-commerce or something, or e-customs. What is the value of the e-customs on the Nigerian economy? What is the value?
Okay, now I'm reading down more on this. We have the sum of 45.9 billion naira was approved as augmentation for the cost of contracts for the construction of the Nigerian Deposit Insurance Corporation's head office building in Abuja and Lagos, including its training institute in Lagos. For the Ministry of Works and Housing, the contract awards included an augmentation cost for the Ogun-Shagamu Road project.
Okay.
Speaking on this, Fashola, who is the Minister of Transportation,
Minister of Works
and Housing, rather, he said the Ministry of Works presented 4 memoranda, all of which were approved. The first was the augmentation of an existing contract in Ogun-Shagamu Road. The contractor has run out of quantities and needs augmentation to finish the road. That's what I'm saying. I think out of about 32 kilometers, they completed over 20 kilometers. Now, why would they, you know, so it's actually very funny.
In 40 days?
It's actually very funny. You know, they were asked to, like, it was about 32 kilometers. Now, it was just 20 that was being completed. Now, leaving about 12 kilometers uncompleted. Now, in the next 40 days, will these things be completed?
It won't be completed. So why don't they leave it for the incoming administration?
No, these things are like, I don't know. We too, they play for Nigeria, Sha. We too, they play, honestly. Because now, this kind of thing, it's just so funny that you wouldn't have to say anything about it. You just have to sit there and look. Just that the common man on the street says, sit down, they look. You know,
exactly.
You just be looking, and even though you have things you want to say, even though you have questions in your heart you want to really ask, but there's nothing you can do. Now the question there is actually, would this 12 kilometer remaining for the Ogun-Shagamu Road project be completed in less than 40 days? Because we can't say exactly 40 days, because the 39 days probably, then the 40 days for the swearing in, because nothing will be done that day. Yeah, I know. But then will it be completed in less than 39 days?
It is impossible. It is totally impossible.
Or they will carry it over to the next administration or something.
Because let's say, okay, now you're being given this money to complete this road now, and in 40 days time or 39 days you don't complete it, and the next the next administration brings in another minister for works, power and housing and the likes. Then this minister says, okay, I'm not cool with this person doing this road, I want to change. So that money is gone. Then you go back again to ask for another money to fix that road again. I think we just have set of, would I say, people who see more of their own interest more than the people's interest, because there's nobody checkmating them. Who is checkmating them? They award contract to themselves. They increase their own salary, their own emolument and their salaries. They give themselves, you know, pension. Nobody is checking them. They don't start using ambiguous words, augmentation of something. Speak language that people will understand easily. When you want to actually steal from the people, that's when they use all those kind of big grammar or something like that. They use ambiguous words to to maneuver the people and to just steal from them. I think it's just a very, very, very bad one, because we go out there, we see what is going on in the Western world, in the Western countries. They travel there for medical checkup and the likes. Why don't you just replicate what you are seeing out there in your own country and let people come here and see us like we are on top of the world? Why should you impoverish yourself to benefit someone else out there?
Well, also speaking on that, we will also remember that the aviation workers have been on strike since on Monday. As at yesterday, they blocked everywhere leading to the airport, the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, and also the Murtala Mohammed International Airport in Lagos, saying that until their needs are being met, they won't stop the strike. Okay, we have this report saying that the National Assembly yesterday ordered the Aviation Minister Hadi Sirika to halt plans to demolish offices of aviation agencies in Lagos for a new airport city project. You know, that was the reasons why they've been protesting.
Okay.
They said the aviation minister wants to demolish the agency's offices in Lagos here. And they are protesting that they don't want their offices demolished. Now, the National Assembly have ordered the aviation minister, that's Hadi Sirika, to halt the plan. You know, now it shouldn't just end at that. Agitation and grievances of theirs should also be met. Not just not to demolish. I believe they've not been paid for a while. They should also find a way to pay them off, because someone cannot be working without being paid. You know,
even if they want to demolish their offices and the likes, or they want to upgrade to another kind of operation or something, or they want to change their mode of operation, I think majority of our office holders should actually run a course on crisis management. Majority of them, no matter what you know about the economics and the likes, the basic thing to even survive on the surface of this earth is crisis management. If you don't know how to manage crisis, then you have accomplished for so many years, you can just throw away everything in just a few minutes of not being able to negotiate your way out of something. Okay, you have your workers, you have these people, they are working for you, they have their families that are dependent on them. You can't just send them away like that. You need to put it in a win-win situation. If you would actually, take their offices off, you can pay them off or give them a certain amount of money to even do something else. Not just saying you want to take them off automatically. They will fight back. They will surely fight. So it should be a win-win situation and not the other way around. Like you want to actually just impose it on them, like we are done with you, just go back to your homes, we want to destroy your offices. I don't think that sounds nice. So there should be a way whereby you would negotiate with them or just reach an agreement that would make them feel like they are not being cheated or something.
And also, the Joint Committee on Aviation, headed by Senator Abiodun Olujimi and Honorable Nnolim Nnaji, directed the minister to furnish them with details of the project and other pending issues. In response of the 2-day warning strike by aviation workers' unions, the lawmakers said most of the issues causing their agitations were not new, and wondered why they had continued to linger without solution. You see, that's the issue we're talking about. The letter also directed the minister to furnish the committees with all the documents pertaining to the sundry issues raised by the workers, which include non-implementation of the consequential adjustment to national minimum wage by some of the agencies as agreed on February 2022.
There was an agreement.
On February 2022, it's over a year.
And
yet the issue is being lingered.
Well, that means they are not really agitating based on assumption or something. There has been an agreement, like agreement between both parties that this is what we want and you've agreed to do it. And under a year, even after 1 year, you still refuse to do it. Then, well, I won't say what they are doing is good, shutting down the airport or something. But what I will say is that when you reach an agreement with someone, if you know you won't be able to do it at all, don't even reach the agreement at all. Find a way to to negotiate your way out of
there's
the
something
situation.
they say, where there is no law, there will not be any transgressor.
Exactly.
Once you've issued a law, be rest assured, say that someone that will flout that law is coming. So in other words, once there is an agreement and the agreement is not being met, just be rest assured, say that some people are going to rise. There will be opposition,
of course,
to fight the non-implemented agreements. So that's
also moving on to the entertainment scene, and a very beautiful one right here. Davido launches Dream Football Show for talent discovery. I think that's a very, very lovely
It's
one.
actually very good.
It's very good
Imagine
one
that
for
our
them to do.
government does that kind of thing.
Well, they are busy, augmenting roads and what's it called, approving contracts to modernize, what's it called, modernize some sectors.
Modernization.
To put them on the internet or cyberspace or something. This is what we're talking about. Develop people, human development.
Human development,
Very,
very, very
very
important.
important.
Human development,
Now, someone from somewhere else, Davido, just a person, not even someone who is heading the sector or taking a position of leadership in Nigeria, just a musician on his own, coming up with this thing, teaming up with one expert to help people to discover their talent. It's a very good one, and I think this is where our just take a look at the Minister of Labor and Employment now. Can he come out openly on air to say how many people have been employed? How many has he influenced? How many youths right there since he has been the Minister for Labor and Employment? How many of the youth have been employed? What is the rate of unemployment before right now that is there? It should have reduced. When you are in a certain place and you can't outperform your predecessor, don't let the bar go down. If you know you can't outperform him, just keep the bar the way it is. If you don't perform up to it, then that means you failed.
The truth is, one of the ways to alleviate poverty is human development. If the Nigerian youth are being gainfully employed or skillfully employed,
exactly.
The rate of poverty would definitely reduce. Because you can't tell me that, okay, I am gainfully or skillfully employed and then I have parents who are just managing. Of course I'm going to help them out, because why? The government have helped me. So there's no way I wouldn't extend that help to someone else out there. But whereby the country we are in doesn't even care, whatever happens to you, that's your business. And yet we go to school. We spend years in school studying, even though strike disrupts our academic session and all. But then we still manage to push, strive to finish up, and then you come out as a graduate, you have nothing to do. Even if you want to engage in a particular skill, you don't even have the money to pay and learn a skill.
Exactly. I actually love what Davido has done right now. If you check, just take a look at the English Premier League now. There is the English Premier League. You have the Championship. You have the division. You have the League One. You have League Two. You have the Developmental League. You have Regional League South, Regional League East, West, and North. How many do we have in Nigeria? Even the Nigeria Football League that we have, the Global Premier League Football League. How far is it doing? How well are we doing all these things? These people out there, they don't have two heads. We can actually move closer to them. We have people right there. Ask them, how did they actually do this thing? If they can't tell you, monitor them closely. Look at how they actually accomplish all these things. Is it through the private sector or is it the government funding all these things? If it's not the government, then imagine somewhere like England now, where we have top footballers, Harry Kane, Saka, and the expensive footballers. Imagine we have Boko Harams, have kidnappers, herdsmen there. Would you be seeing footballers going to those places? They would never go there. So I think the first thing that needs to be to be done, to be rectified, is the security. If we still have issues of insecurity in this country, I don't think we are going anywhere anytime soon. So just look at all those kind of things now. We have those beautiful things in developed nations. Nigeria is still developing since 1960. At least if someone is growing since 1960, he should be an adult by now. Have given birth or something. I even have grandchildren. But Nigeria as a nation, look at countries like Dubai, look at the United Arab Emirates. 60, 70 years ago, where were they? Nigeria was far even better then. We had money. I heard a particular quote. Someone told me that Gowon said then that the problem of Nigeria is not money. Nigeria has money, excess, but how to spend the money is the problem. And I still believe many people who say Nigeria does not have money, Nigeria is poor. I don't believe it. I don't believe it at all. If anyone tells you that Nigeria is poor, is that the person is part of those people taking the money, or the person does not even know what he or she saying?
How can you say, okay, Nigeria have the money, but how to spend the money is the issue? Come on now. There are a lot of things that needs to be fixed.
They are not spending it to fix those things. They are spending it to buy their own future generations, about 10 to 15 generations.
That's why someone can
problem.
say the problem is how to spend the money.
It is how to spend the money, not actually, you know, getting the money. So I think they should look more into, okay, let's say, look at these people now. There is no division. In fact, no club you check all the Premier League teams. There is no how you won't see a Nigerian player in all the clubs.
Obvious
From
fact.
League 1 to Championship to League 2, go to Holland League, French League, Spanish League, German League, all the old leagues, you find Nigerian players there. Why? Because our league is not doing well. How many English players are you seeing in Italian league? How many English players are you seeing in Spanish league or the French league?
Oh my
I mean,
goodness.
you know, all those kind of things. If we work on our own thing, it will attract more investors.
Definitely.
But I don't think they are thinking towards that kind of innovative part. But when, you know, they say a black man thinks more of let my tribe be ruling than let us set ourselves free from the Western world.
Which is actually, and that is why Africa is where it is today. Okay, let's take a look at what this Davido Dream is all about. Davido Dream Football Show is an initiative for advancing youth scholar, especially at the grassroots level, through a design curriculum that has potential to develop fundamental technical skills and tactical awareness in young players who are committed to competing at the highest levels. According to the Chief Executive Officer of Abu Salame Media, Mr. Abu Salame, who doubles as chairman of the Davido Dream Football Show. Wow. Oh, this thing have already been planned out. He already has a chairman and everything.
OneXBet is the sponsor.
Wow. The program is aimed at empowering and supporting young male football talent between ages of 18 and 22 within Nigeria and around Africa. So, should I say parents, this is your time, or young Nigerians out there, it's your time.
It's your time.
You want to play football, you have this skill,
Show
and
your
you've been
talent.
waiting for this opportunity to come. It's time already, because since our government can't do it for us, now we have a citizen, you know, who can actually do this and bring out that talent in us. So between the ages of 18 and 22 is your time.
Yeah,
Come on.
and we also appreciate if some people have, you know, decided not to do it. I won't say few, chosen not to do it, and some other people have started doing these things now. If we can have more of them coming out, Davido has picked football now. If we have some people that can pick volleyball, basketball, and the likes, just make yourself a bridge for the people
Because sport is
to
paying.
the people at the top.
Sport is seriously
Exactly.
paying. You know, okay, reading on, we said we have here, at the launch and media presentation of the program held just yesterday, at the Federal Palace Hotel, Victoria Island, Lagos, Salami said, the Davido Dream Football Show will enable young football talent to realize their dreams of becoming stars in the future.
I think that's very beautiful. Just like I'm not trying to shade anybody or any organizer of any program, but I think the BB Nigeria, to be precise, if you look at those people that have made it from the BB Nigeria, they actually, you know, they are not so much. They are not much. People like Toby Bakri, what's the name of this lady? This dark skinned lady. I've forgotten her name. But it's
Amuso.
Yeah?
Is it Toby Amuso?
No, from BB Nigeria or something like that. Toby Bakri and the likes that have actually made it into the limelight, living
Ozo
as well is now working with Super Sport and the likes, you know. But majority of them are just, you know, on the social media space, you know, just tweeting and just getting likes and something
and
like
that thing is this.
So, and this one now is a reality show whereby it is more success driven, and it is more
than
it
the BB Nigeria. It's not we're not talking on BB Nigeria. It's a wonderful show, but I think that's okay. Like, you know, a lot of people have actually said, okay, the BB Nigeria, what are they been learning? What's the essence of the show? What's the benefit of the show? Okay, now it's a talent, like that thing that way you sabi do, that your skill.
Just bring it to the field.
Let's
how
see.
Good you are.
And come on now, we have a lot of skillful Nigerians, like a lot of young people out there.
Millions.
You know, just go to what they call trenches. You will see a lot of them at the trenches.
That's where you see Ronaldo,
you know,
and Messi and everybody. They are in the trenches. They are not in the developed space. They are in those spaces whereby they can hardly even get a soccer boot for themselves, but they are so very skillful. But there's one thing that always happens in every football setting, and this is favoritism, and also bribery and corruption. That's when you see someone now. I don't know. I'm not saying that they would be corrupt or something, but Davido should be actually wary of some people that would want to take this advantage to extort some of those players, they'll feel like, okay, I have a direct link with Davido, just give me 200,000 naira, I would ensure that, you get picked or something.
That's one of the problems we have.
That's
like
one
they call
major
it
problem.
they call it IM. What do you think IM is? In my language, they say Imam Madu to sabi person.
Okay, man, no man.
Yeah, man, no, you sabi person, we no Davido. We just give you direct link, but I don't think it should be that way.
It just be a kind of show whereby it is your talent or your hard work that makes you emerge, not the fact that, okay, you've paid someone or you know someone. You should lift up people from the trenches. Just help people. And I think when the winner emerges, or the set of winners emerges, they will never forget the video.
No, they should be they should be proud that it is actually my skill that took me, that brought me up, and that took me there and brought me out. It should be that way. Speaking on this speaking on this particular topic, Davido said is one of the ways to give back to the society.
Exactly.
Very interesting to give back to society. The society have been contributing to your success all these years. Even though you release a song, if we don't get to stream it, you're not going to get the views and the money.
Exactly.
Right now, it is time for you to give back to those your followers, to those your fans, what they've been giving to you all this. I think it's a good one. Imagine that our Nigeria as a country, our governments and the influential people we have imbibe this character,
kind of culture.
Or culture. There are a lot of things I think poverty will be alleviated to an extent.
To some extent.
Because
just looking at that reality show like that, anywhere they are playing these matches, it is also an economic gain for those selling around that space. Because there will be more people coming there, buy stuff, do business,
to
trade as well. So I think it's a very, very beautiful idea from Davido. Just like we have our Quadri Haruna of Nigeria, the champion when it comes to table tennis. We can have more people coming up with that kind of initiative, to help people from the trenches, make them, go abroad, even if they can't make it right here.
See, I feel
because
that
someone like Ahmed Musa of Nigeria now, he was playing in Kano Pillars. From there, Zenit St. Petersburg in Russia, they took him, lift him from Kano Pillars, not even stepping out of Nigeria. So if they can see him there, not from the Super Eagles, if they can see him from there, then let's just project ourselves to those people there. Those people need footballers there. If they don't need, they won't be spending huge amount of money to buy them. And we right here in the trenches, we have Ronaldo and Messi. Just Ronaldo and Messi, they are just like
a lot of talents out there. And like I said before, young Nigerians between the ages of 18 and 22. It is your time. It is your time. I believe more updates on how to actually get into this talent show will be unveiled very soon. I don't think that had been reviewed yet.
Yeah.
It will be unveiled very soon. Let's take a look at some of the feedbacks we got as we'll be rounding up the show this morning. We have Sonny Prosper said the contract is how they will continue their criminal act. APC Egbekebe. Government can never offer anything good to Nigerians. Kehinde Adebayo, well, let them handle the contract religiously because Nigerians are hungry. This is new level of poverty coming into Nigeria with their new language modernization. Nigeria future, you're welcome. He said, good morning, my love. Good morning. I know it's me you're talking about, not him, right? Good morning. You're welcome to the show this morning. Sonny Prosper said, come, future, I did here. Okay. They are putting themselves right now, essentially pleasantries. It's okay. Not just love her this morning. Oh, wow. Prosper, please, no try come between me and my love, Gladys. My love, please, smile for me. Wow, it's funny.
Smile for me.
Okay, future is like anytime your wife make you angry, you always expect this show to get happiness from Gladys. Wow. Sonny Prosper, that's a little bit harsh.
No. That actually has exposed them. I think he wants you to know that he's married. That's why.
Heartbroken. and today, that Gladys not get time to smile because of federal government. Oh my goodness. Well, that could be true because a lot of this kind of issues actually is disheartening though.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so we're coming to the end of the program and we've looked at these topics from police rearresting Nnamdi Chud. So also the federal government declaring tomorrow, Friday and Monday public holiday for Salah celebration. Now I'm thinking if they don't sight the moon today, that means they'll be fasting tomorrow, and there would be fasting tomorrow And I think it should be Monday and Tuesday that I don't know, maybe the Minister of Interior, which is
Rauf
Ralph Arabishala, would
Arabishala.
actually look into that. And also Tinubu congratulating Fintiri and seeking probe of Adamawa Post saga. I personally and many people, netizens, people on the street are saying that what the resident electoral commissioner did in Adamawa wouldn't have been, his own opinion by himself, because the DSS was there with him and the CP was there with him, which means someone from somewhere who is in a higher position than him,
Organized action
is an organized crime, which means they won't be dealing with him alone. And also 60% of Nigerian population lacks power. I believe the government knows what to do about that. And also on Kaduna, 1,266 killed, 4,973 kidnapped by terrorists in 15 months. Davido also launched. See, this is the most beautiful news I'm listening to.
Are you 30 BG?
I'm just very.
Are you among the 30 BG?
I'm not
gang?
30 BG. I'm not Whiskey FC. I'm just Olamide Badu. But Davido, you are giving me so much joy right now. I love listening to this kind of updates. It's actually mind blowing.
And also, please, as you're listening to this top stories, don't also forget that we've been told that Benue State is an ICU, and bringing it down like we were told, we could as well say that our dear country Nigeria might probably or is allegedly in ICU. And also on the last, we have President Zelensky congratulates the Nigeria president-elect Asiwaju Bola Tinubu on election victory.
I think that's a good one. He has been congratulated by so many
people, president
like
of the
that.
country.
Yeah. And some people will say they shouldn't congratulate him and the likes. Even with the fact that the case is still in court right now, he has been announced as the president-elect. You still have to congratulate him, even if you are in the opposition party or something. I think the first thing in anywhere anyone finds himself is just the spirit of sportsmanship should be first. Even if you have lost a football match right now, you feel like the referee cheated you or they won in a dubious manner, the first thing to do is to first of all congratulate the person. Later you can now say, okay, the referee was biased or something happened along the line. Because this life, there is no permanent friend or permanent enemy. There is just permanent interest.
But
someone might be on that side.
Politics is not football, is it?
It's a game. And I'll say life is just a game generally. Life is just a game.
I don't know. My life is not a game. Okay, I don't know. Now, let's take a look at the congratulatory message that the president of Ukraine, that's Zelensky, gave to our dear president-elect, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. He said, "Please accept my sincere congratulations on your election as president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Despite extremely difficult testing times caused by the full-scale armed aggression of Russia against our state, Ukraine is determined to further strengthen cooperation with Nigeria at the bilateral level and within the framework of international organization. We are grateful for your country's support of the resolution of the General Assembly of the United Nations Organization, Principles of UN Charter underlining a comprehensive, just and sustainable peace in Ukraine. I count on the active participation of Nigeria in its practical implementation. We see the further provision of global food security, of which Ukraine was and remains a reliable grantor at the global level, as an important direction of cooperation. The fulfillment of this task will be felicitated by the successful implementation of the Ukraine initiative, Grain from Ukraine, which is designed to significantly increase the supply of grain to African countries in order to prevent famine. Taking this opportunity, I invite you to pay an official visit to Ukraine at a time convenient for you. I am confident that your visit will strengthen the dialogue between our countries and contribute to the further consolidation of joint effort of the international community aimed at solving the urgent challenges of today, in particular the crisis situation caused by Russia regarding the guarantee of world food security. Office of the President, Tunde Ram. Okay.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Just like the Chinese president congratulated him, and also other presidents. The Prince Charles III also congratulated him. Even President Biden also sent a congratulatory message to him.
Yeah, we have a feedback from Nigerian Future. He said, "I love this Davido more." It's not only you, my brother, even me like this. It's love. I hope you no go minus. 30 BG will turn to 300 BG. Don't worry. I love this Davido more. I truly wish all Nigeria celebrities are doing same thing to discover talented youths Nigeria could have be more better than it is today. More love to Davido. And someone will now say more love, less ego somewhere. Is that more love, less ego should be for Davido and not for one Pangolo somebody. I didn't call anybody's name. If your name is Pangolo, you can feel guilty. Well, and I believe someone there's no artist behind Pangolo.
Is that right?
He also said Prosper. Okay, Prosper. Gladys, she is the reason behind my happiness. But they said you are married. I don't understand. Maybe you want to be a second wife or something. Nigeria future again. My love, Gladys. We need to make ourselves happy because we don't have government. But okay, in public offices. Okay, this one are politics. Now INEC select besides Zimbabwe nowhere to be. Okay. All right, gradually we've come to the end of the program today. Today we've come to the end of the program. Till we come your way again tomorrow for another exciting and thrilling program. Lagos this morning. I am Olajide Taufik Olamide. Keep watching Flip TV and also Lagos this morning and also all our programs. Tell someone to tell somebody to tell somebody. Tell your colleague, your neighbors, your co-workers, your business associate that Flip TV drops amazing and a beautiful content every day. If you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. If you're trying to comment and your comment is not dropping in the section, that means you've not subscribed. You can also subscribe and turn on your notification button as well. You can do that. Till we see you again tomorrow. My beautiful co-host.
Thank you so much, our lovely and amazing viewer. We have the likes of Nigeria Future, Sonny Prosper, Kehinde, and who again came online today? Love or No, we saw you, of course. We thank you so much. Ola Adewale, thank you so much. King Joe Ogba, thank you. Bright One, thank you. Victoria, aka, thank you as well. Thank you so much for joining us on this show this morning.
Mr. Chima.
Yes, Mr. Udeze
Miss Gladys
Chima.
is not online today.
Thank you. Please,
and Push Mom as well.
We waited for you to come, but we are going off air right now. Please don't forget, if you are still online, Christian Chuku is at the newspaper stand doing the newspaper review with the other people over there. Please, you can go join them on the show as we say thank you and peace out. I remain your host, your co-host, Gladys Alizé. Thank you so much. From all of us at Flip TV, are saying thank you. The guy behind the camera, Silva Ekanem, says thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, and also to our Muslim brothers, the Eid is also in either tomorrow or Saturday. We're saying happy Eid al-Fitr to you all. Till we see you again tomorrow on another exciting edition of the program. Bye for now. Do have a lovely day ahead. And please don't tune out. Tune in. We are still coming back. Yeah. Thank you.
100 naira, let's